Hey guys, I'm Florian and today I'll show you the simplest way of playing any Pokemon ROM side by side. And yes, that even works for ROM hacks. You won't be able to see each other in-game, but it's the easiest solution to speedrun against each other or enjoy Nuzlockes or solving challenges together. And now, let's dive in. First, we need a fresh download of RetroArch, the most common emulator out there. To do so, we go on this website, link is in the video description. Then we scroll down to the bottom and grab the most recent version of it. Here we click on Windows, then we select the 64-bit version, and then we download RetroArch.7z and save it to your downloads folder. Then open up your downloads folder and extract RetroArch. Then I like to rename that folder to RetroArch Splitscreen because it makes it easier for me to understand later on what that folder is about. Rename that Win64 folder as well and add Player1 to it. And then we go into that folder and open up RetroArch. Now we need to adjust some settings here to make that side-by-side gameplay work. So navigate to Load Core, open it up and click on Download Core. Now scroll down to N like Nintendo, and over here you need to download the emulators for the ROM files. I recommend to download Melon DS and MGBA. Next we go into Settings, User Interface and scroll down to Pause Content when not active. Turn that off. Now we go into the video settings and select Full Screen Mode. Make sure that full screen display is set to off. Then go back and select Windowed Mode. Turn Remember Window Position and Size on. Then we go back to the main settings and select Input. Here I like to set some hotkeys because Pokemon is so much more fun when you can fast forward through boring conversations. I used the R2 button for that. Now go back to the main settings and navigate to Frame Throttle. Here we need to set the fast forward rate to 2x, otherwise the game will be way too fast to play. Now open the Explorer and navigate to your split screen folder again. If you don't have a ROMs folder yet, create one. Here is where your ROMs go later on. Where to get ROMs? You take out your old dirty Game Boy, you grab your Pokemon cartridge and then you buy a little gadget that helps you to transfer over these ROM files to your computer. Or you could just Google a solution yourself. Then I'll make a copy of my ROM file and then I paste it over into that newly created directory. Back in RetroArch, we navigate to Import Content and then Manual Scan. Here in Content Directory, we need to navigate to the location where we have pasted our ROM file. And then we scan this directory. Then click on System Name and select the correct system of your ROM file. In my case, it's Game Boy Color. Then scroll to the bottom and click on Start Scan. Now back to the main menu and you can see that my Game Boy Color game has been added. Then we close out of RetroArch, we right-click our Player1 folder, click on Copy, and then we paste it in the exact same location. And now we rename that folder to Player2. You can repeat that for as many players as you need. And the next setting adjustments need to be done manually for every single player here. Now let's take care of Player2 and open up RetroArch again. Then open the input settings, RetroPad binds, port 1 controls and set the device index to Gamepad 2. That way, only Gamepad 2 will control this RetroArch instance. Alright, now go back to your Explorer and open up the RetroArch split screen folder. Now we need to open RetroArch for Player 1. Now we need to place both windows side by side, but don't use the automatic windows rearrangement. You need to manually resize the windows and then move them to their destinations. This is because RetroArch remembers its last position, but just if you manually put it there. So be extra careful while positioning because later on it will always be on the same spot. And for the cherry on top, we can also remove these Windows elements. For that, go into Settings, Video, Windowed Mode, and then disable Show Window Decorations. And additionally, disable Show Menu Bar. And from here on, you will have a full screen experience. Then head back to the menu, scroll down to the bottom to Game Boy Color and start your game. And while this is loading in the back, let me give you one more hack. Mute the audio of both instances and instead just put on a Spotify playlist like Lo-Fi Pokemon Beats. That's so much more chill. And now, let's beat that Pokemon stealing scumbag here in the back. Happy gaming everybody and enjoy your time. And if you're looking into more hidden local co-op PC games that nobody talks about, subscribe because that's exactly what this channel is about.